Hey, I wanted to talk to you today about all the costs associated with getting your home inspection license in Texas, including that one cost that no one talks about until they're telling you you have to pay it. So there's 5 steps to becoming a home inspector in Texas. The first thing you're going to do is you have to take your qualifying education courses through a TREC-approved qualifying education school. Once you complete those courses, you'll submit your certificates of completion to TREC. That's when you're able to go do your practicum, the 5 ride-alongs that you have to do. Once you complete those, you submit that document to TREC, and they'll allow you to submit an application at that point. After you submit your application to TREC, you're required to then get fingerprinting and an FBI background check. Once the application is complete, you have 365 days to go take your test then. As soon as you pass the test, you're a licensed home inspector. There are currently 9 TREC-approved qualifying education schools in Texas. There's 3 tiers, really. On your low-end tier, you're going to pay somewhere between $700 and $1,500. The mid-tier seems to be somewhere around $2,500 to $3,000. And the high-end tier is going to be all the way up to $6,000. They each provide different types of education for home inspection, but it's going to depend on your background and experience as to which school would best fit with you. Practicum is the term used by TREC, and what it is it's 5 ride-alongs with a professional inspector. As far as how much these cost, on the low end, if you know a professional inspector that has 200 inspections or 5 years in the industry, you can ask them to take you out. I have a student that recently finished my school. He got free practicum experience because he has a friend that's an inspector. Otherwise, if you're paying for it, inspectors will charge you anywhere from $50 to $300 per inspection. After you complete your courses and your practicum, then you're going to submit your application. When you submit your application to TREC, it's going to be $120. Once the application's been submitted, they'll tell you to go get your fingerprints and background check. That'll cost $38.25. Once that's all processed and they give you the go-ahead, you'll add $10 to the recovery fund. And at that point, you're somewhere around $170 for your application and fees. There's 2 ways you can pay for your home inspection exams in Texas. You do have to take 2 different exams. You take the National Home Inspector Exam, the NHIE, and you have to take the Texas State Inspector Exam. The National is 200 questions, and the State is 30 questions. First way to do it would be to do both of them together. That's going to cost $199. You can also opt to take the National first, wait and take the State exam on another day. That's going to be $199 for the National and $55 for the State. So that'll be $254 to take them separately. The one thing that most people don't know before they get started in this is if you fail the test 3 times, TREC requires you to retake certain qualifying education. So now you're having to repay for classes you already paid for on top of everything else. Best case scenario, you pick the right school, you pass the first time, 2,500 average for your school. The variance is going to be there, and then with the practicum. With your state and exam fees, those are always going to be $367, so that comes in stable. So our total is going to be somewhere between $2,800 and $5,800, just depending on the school and the practicum you choose. Worst case scenario is you fail the test 3 times and have to retake qualifying education school. So this could cost you anywhere from another $1,500 to $3,000 on top of what you had already paid originally. So this can add up to almost $8,000 or more. So now you know what it costs to get your home inspector license in Texas. The next question is why it's worth it, but that's a conversation for another video.